Oh, what a beautiful morning it is. That sunrise is amazing. Got here nice and early because I wanted to get a charge before we do the road trip. The nice thing about getting out this early is there's nobody on the roads. The roads are completely dry. You know what that means. Yeah, it was a fun drive getting here. All right, road trip to Red Deer. Here we go. Wow, what a beautiful day here in Red Deer. We're just about done. It's just about lunchtime, and I'm going to be heading back to Calgary shortly, so road trip part 2. I think the Light Runner's got plenty of range to make it back, so I don't even need to charge here. What I'm going to do is drop my buddy off back in Calgary, and then I'll charge at the Supercharger at Cross Iron Mills. Should be back for, I don't know, 2 p.m.-ish, something like that. Find out what Tammy and the kids are up to. We already booked dinner tonight. We're going over to a friend's house for Taco Tuesday on a Saturday. Yeah, Taco Tuesday on a Saturday. Hey, people of the grid. It's a sunny Saturday afternoon. I am pulled over on the side of the road safely, which is the good news. The bad news is I miscalculated. For the first time in 3 years, I miscalculated range. Long story short, I'm out of juice. I'm out of juice on the side of the road, 13 kilometers from the Supercharger. 13 kilometers. I am so close. It's so embarrassing. This has never happened. This is the first time for the Light Runner. So anyways, I pulled over. I called Tesla. Well, first thing I called Tammy, and then I called Tesla. And Tesla said, we'll take care of you. Don't worry. They're sending a truck. He's about 20 minutes away. He's going to come pick me up. He's going to pull me up on the flatbed. Now, the one thing, because we sat in the car, we were staying, I had the screens on, the 12-volt battery went down. And so the car just basically said, I'm just going to shut down to take care of myself. So I'm going to need a boost so that I can put it into tow mode, because right now I can't power up the main computer screen. Everything is, I shut it off, and then now it's not even coming back on. So it's just staying in that powered state. Tesla guy looked at the battery. He said, yeah, we'll get you to the Supercharger quick. You'll plug in. It'll probably take a good 10-15 minutes before you even start to see a charge, because it needs to bring it up. And yeah, ran out of juice. Fun times. At least I got nothing to do right now. We're going for dinner at Clint and Patricia's, but that's tonight. My ride for the Light Runner is going to be here in 20 minutes. It's going to be 5 minutes over to the Supercharger, and then I'll just hang out there for an hour to get a nice, good charge. And yeah, the reason I had miscalculated was I had a buddy with me that I wanted to get back as fast as we could. So when we pulled over, I got an Uber for him. He's off on his way. The Thule box and wind. That's what threw me off. It said I was going to arrive with about 2%, and then as we were driving into the wind, the car told me drive at 90. I didn't. I drove at about 100 kilometers an hour. Yeah. I knew it was going to happen sooner or later. I honestly thought it would happen to Tammy first. This is terrible. I can't tell you how terrible it is that it happened to me instead of Tammy. I'm never going to hear the end of this. Yeah. So, pro tips, if you're going to run out of juice, here's some pro tips for you. The car gives you advance warning. The car says, hey, I'm really low on charge. You need to pull over. When it did that, I couldn't accelerate any faster. It was basically just coasting. So it said, find a spot to pull over safely. I was doing, 100 kilometers an hour. So I had plenty of speed. I slowed down. I pulled over safely in a safe area. And now when you do that, my screens were still on. So what I should have done right away is once I'm pulled over, and I learned this talking to Tesla, pop open the charge port. So you can use the screen to pop open the charge port. The other thing I should have done is went into the control settings and put it into tow mode. And then once your charge port is open and you're in tow mode, then you power down the car and you just keep it powered off. Because that way, tow mode, the tow truck can, drag the car up onto the bed, no problem. And the charge port door is open in case your 12-volt battery does get low like mine did. At least your charge port door is open so you can plug into a supercharger. So those are two things that I should have done. I had the screens there, but I was talking to the guy on the phone, and I was, talking to my buddy, waiting for the thing to come, and only on the second call, when he called me back, Tesla, to say that we've got a truck coming to get you, that's when he took me through hey, we should put it into tow mode, and we should open the door. So I got to opening the door, and then the car said, no, I'm going to sleep for a bit until you get me some juice. So juice is on its way. That's the good news. Bad news, I got to sit here and, yeah. I wanted to have this experience, I guess, just to see what it's like. I've seen it. Other people have it. It's not as bad as you think. It's a bit of a delay. It's just like running out of gas, which I've done that too. That sucked as well. So this is no different. I got somebody to come help me get juice. Just like when you run out of gas, you need somebody to help you come get juice. Or I guess I could have ran an extension cable all the way down to the Mark's Work warehouse that I'm fairly close to. Yeah. Oh, and if you do need to boost the car, because the 12-volt system powers the screens and the computers, if you need juice to boost it so that you can put it into tow mode, on the 2015, on the old nose cone cars, you're going to have to pop off the nose cone to get access to the boosting points. Here's how you do that. Already taken the nose cone off. And basically, you insert a screwdriver right in here, and then you pry out the plastic, and then you pull it off gently. There's the negative terminal, and there's the positive. So yeah, that negative and positive, that's where we're just going to clamp on another battery so that I can power up my systems, engage tow mode, and then I'm good. He'll get me over to the supercharger. We'll do the drive of shame. Yeah. Put my credit card away. Okay. Well, that was a little bit of an adventure. I'll refer you to the live stream that is somewhere on YouTube on my channel. It's the video just before this one. Ooh, why are my pants wet? I mean, always when I put them up. First thing I did was call Tammy, told her my sad story. Then I called Tesla. Tesla said, we're going to take care of you. Turns out, if you have warranty, I think you'd be covered for that first tow. I'm just out of warranty now because I'm over the mileage on it. So I had to pay for the tow. The car's here, it's charging. It didn't sit at a low state of charge for more than, I think, 40 minutes tops, which is okay. You don't want to leave it sitting for days or weeks with no charge or a full charge. So that's all good. And it's taken a charge nicely. I started off charging at like 110 kilowatts. Now I'm down to 68 as it's approaching 50%. So life is back to normal. Caused me a little bit of grief, cost me a little bit of money. Thought I would share it with you guys. If the car tells you to charge, charge. I know that. I was trying to save some time. And it cost me more time trying to save the time. You know how it goes. Okay, that's the end of my adventure. It ended well because I'm here charging. I've got to unplug. I've got 192 kilometers of range or so, which is more than enough to get me home. So life is back to normal. I never thought this would happen to me. I've only ever run out of gas in our previous gas vehicles, like, man, maybe 4 times in my entire life. So this is the 5th time. And I'll give you some advice that my dearly departed dad left me with all throughout growing up. He would say, whenever I made mistakes, and I've made a lot, we all do, my dad would say, it's okay, Mike. These things happen to smart people too. There you go. All right, I think I've got enough juice to get home. I put in a little extra just for a safety margin. So this you don't see a lot. I've got 349 kilometers of rated range, and I added, yeah, you know what happened. Back on the road, baby. The Light Runner is back on the grid. I'm back in the city, heading home. I got lots of range in the car. Hey, I just wanted to let you guys know, for those of you that live here in the Calgary area, the company that came out to get me that was Tesla recommended is called Service Force. The lady that helped me out is Sue, and she works for a fella by the name of Mark. Mark was really nice. He called to see, after Sue had dropped me off, he called to see if everything was good and how it was. It was great, Mark. Sue did a great job. She is an amazing tow truck driver. I offered to help Sue, you know, because I can do stuff. She said, no, Mike, I got this. You just chill in the truck. Let me take care of things. Very nice. Thank you, Sue. You did a great job. So yeah, Service Force, they run a tow truck company out of Calgary here. Mark is the manager or the owner. I don't know. But Sue works for them. Mark works for them. They're great people. They were Tesla recommended. Awesome. Thank you, guys. It was, you know, it cost some money, but hey, I'm back on the grid, and that was worth the price. Yeah, so now I'm going to continue with my regularly scheduled day and go pick up Tammy and the kids, you know, now that I got some range in the car. And we're going out to Clinton Patricia's to hang out. It's Taco Tuesday on a Saturday. What could be better? And I'm trying to figure out how to put a positive spin on this, because it's crappy running out of fuel. It's crappy running out of electricity. It's about equally as crappy on both sides. The positive spin on this is I'm hashtag winning achievement unlocked, toe of shame. Okay, so let's turn this into a teaching moment, shall we? Because I think we've all learned something today. I know I did. Some pro tips for you guys. If the car asks you to charge for 10 minutes, give the car what it wants. I've always said this. Charge for the 10 minutes and then give it some extra. If the car tells you to slow down to make it to destination, slow down to what it's telling you to slow down to, and you will make it to destination. If you ignore the first two rules and you do end up running out, some further pro tips. Make sure that before you power the car down, that you put it into tow mode. That basically makes it possible to tow the car even if it's completely out of juice, and that way you won't need a boost. And also open the charge port door and then turn the car off. That will leave enough juice in the 12-volt battery so that when you do get to the supercharger, you can use your key fob to unlock the little trap door in the back, the pin, because the door will be open, and then you can plug right in and get the car charging. That's about it. And if you're in my area in Calgary and you get stuck, out here, give Service Force a call. They'll take good care of you. First thing I did was, after talking with Tammy, I called Tesla. They took really good care of me. They made sure that somebody came out. They called back several times to make sure that I wasn't, you know, that I was okay. That they were really good. I've never needed them before, but I did need them today, and it was a great experience, even in a tough situation. So there you go. And like I said, I'm winning. I was one of the first in my household to unlock the Toe of Shame achievement. Oh yeah! Now that I've done that, I shall never do it again, if all goes according to plan. Hey people of the grid, we are home. We had a great night at Clinton Patricia's. Awesome Taco Tuesday on a Saturday. Loved it. And it was just a good night spent with great friends. We are just about to head off to bed. I'm going to finish this up, kick it into upload mode, and is that our cat? Successful ending to my day. The Light Runner was rescued. It is back on the grid. It's plugged in. It's charged up now. Life is good. All in all, a pretty good day. Somewhat of an extended adventure, but a good day. And I hope your day was good too. For those of you that tuned in to the live cast that I did, my first live cast ever, thanks for joining me. I appreciate that a lot. Thanks for bearing with me. I've never done one, so I'm sure if I do more, it'll just get better and better each time. All right, guys, have a good one. Miker, out.